Yo, The Last of Us Part 3, everything we know so far. That's right, the official confirmation, the series continuation, the Neil Druckmann's vision we are talking about, the storyline speculations, and some major leaks showed up about the Ellie's future, the new characters showing up, the improved graphics, which is gonna be pretty insane, the enhanced gameplay mechanics, it's gonna be even more broader than Part 2, the open world elements even more being added, the multiplayer mod, which everybody are talking about, all the emotional depth, the release date speculation, the fan expectations, the post-apocalyptic world building game finally showing up. That's right, the advanced AI and enemy encounter gonna be enhanced even more further, the character development detail, where we got some major drops that Ellie, you'll be slowly seeing her getting older, and that's gonna be interesting stuff to see. Let's see how the future of the franchise even goes on. Let's get rolling. As for now, Naughty Dog has not been officially confirmed about Last of Us Part 3, but there has been a hint and speculation about in development. Given the studio's history and crafting sequels that builds up the success of its predecessor, many believe that it's only a matter of time before Part 3 is officially announced. Given by its critical and commercial success of Last of Us Part 2, the fans and the industry insiders alike expected to continuation of the series. The Last of Us franchise has become a cornerstone of modern gaming with the deep narrative and immersive gameplay settings are high standards. Let's talk about the Neil Druckmann's vision. Creative director Neil Druckmann has expressed interest in exploring more stories within the Last of Us universe, suggesting that he has ideas of the potential Part 3 in various interviews. The Druckmann has mentioned that the team has brainstormed several plottings that could be pursued if they decide to continue the series, which means we might be getting different types of ending, which means it's gonna be the final Last of Us. People are speculating about the story, which is not, while nothing is confirmed, fans are speculated that story could be continuing to follow Ellie's journey to explore new characters and narratives within the same post world. The end of Part 2 left many questions unanswered, providing some ground for new storyline. Let's not forget about the kid which Ellie is carrying right now. What about the Ellie's future from here onwards? After the emotional and complex journey in the Part 2, many fans are eager to see how Ellie's character evolves and what new challenges might she faces. The final sense of Part 2 showed Ellie in a place of uncertainty, and her next step could be shaping up the future in the series. The new characters. The Part 2 introduced several new characters like Abby, Liv, and Dina. It's possible that Part 3 could bring more so developed stories, like introducing entirely new characters. Abby's narratives in particular was left open-ended, suggesting there might be more to explore. Let's not forget that it's a new console, improved graphics, and many more. With capabilities of the next-gen console like PS5, fans are expected to even more stunning visuals and detailed environments in Part 3. The achievements in the graphics technology promises more immersive and visually striking experience. Let's not forget about the enhanced gaming mechanics. Building on the innovative gameplay of Part 2, the Part 3 could be introduced with the new mechanics, improved AI, and more interactive environments. The developers are going kind of Naughty Dog, have a huge track record to push the boundaries of the gameplay's innovations. Let's not forget Part 2 was so beautiful, bro. Part 3 is gonna be even more insane, and let's not forget about the physics and the AI, which will be completely nothing pattern, bro. It's gonna be a huge puzzle solving stuff over there. You cannot easily find out what's gonna be happening with the enemy's mind over there. It's gonna be a huge deal over there. Let's not forget about the open world element. It's always a pretty good thing, right? There is a speculation that Part 3 might be incorporating the open world elements, allowing players with greater freedom to explore and interact with the new gaming world This could be a new layer of depth and replayable of the game. Let's not forget that part 2 didn't have a place like you can go back, but part 3 might be a thing. Finally, a big open world with a map, bro, where you can explore each and every stuff out there. It's gonna be pretty amazing to see first time in Last of Us. We got some major rumors about the multiplayer mod. We did have it on part 2, but part 3, the Naughty Dog has confirmed that it's gonna be a standalone multiplayer game set in the Last of Us universe is in the work, which might be linked to part 3 or offer a completely different experience. This could expand the universe and offer fans a new way to engage in the open world of Last of Us. It might be like PUBG, bro, this time. The emotional depth, let's check that out. The emotional storytelling was insane in part 2, but part 3 is expected to continue to deliver powerful narrative and characters arc that resonates with the players. The series' ability to create a depth-like emotion connecting with the players is one of the biggest hallmarks. What about the moral, bro? The series is known to have a complex moral with a lot of dialogues, and part 3 is likely to continue the challenging players with the tough choices and consequences. These moral grace areas makes a narrative more compelling and thought-provoking, which might be a big task because part 2 did have, but this one is gonna be a rough decision, bro, because this is the end of The Last of Us, that's for sure, because Naughty Dog is working with the new IP and the new game. They really want to end Last of Us forever just so that they could be cooperating with the new IP, which is the new game, which is still suspicious from the Naughty Dog. Let's not forget about the soundtrack. That's right, the beautiful music is stapled in the series. The fans can look forward for another memorable soundtrack in part 3. It was beautiful, bro, in part 2. The music of Last of Us has always been a key component of the emotional impact, and it's gonna be a crazy stuff, bro. It's gonna be even more emotional. Let's talk about the release date speculation. While there is no official release date, the industry analytics speculated that The Last of Us Part 3 could be announced within the next few years, with possible release in the mid to late 2020. The development cycle for such a detailed game for such a long time, the fans will be needing to be more patient. It might be happening by 2025, or hopefully we get an announcement by 2024 December. But we got some huge list on the fans' expectations. That's right, given the higher bar set to the predecessor, expectations for part 3 are like sky high. The fans are eager for an experience to deliver both innovation and emotional depth that the series is known for. The anticipation is building, and Naughty Dog is likely well aware of the huge pressure to deliver another masterpiece. The Last of Us series is renowned with the integrated world building, portraying a richly detailed post-apocalyptic landscape. The part 3 is expected to expand on its introduction of the new location, faction, and environmental storytelling. The series may have been a deeply explored theme of revenge and loss and redemption. That's what was happening over there. With part 3 is likely to have something like a future of these themes, potentially exploring some consequences of actions taken in the part 2 and their ripple effect on the characters. Let's not forget that it's got to be even more emotional because Ellie's mother right now over there. The advanced AI and enemy encounters. That's right, guys, it's real, it is happening. It's got to be a really difficult moment finally happening. Something like a brainstorm enhanced in AI could be leading for more dynamic and challenging enemies encounter. The stalkers, clickers, and other infected could be becoming even more terrifying, with the improved AI adding an intensity of the gameplay. We did have some kind of podcast explaining these things. Yes, right, they're gonna be evolved maybe, or maybe they will be having some kind of knowledge how to encounter your attacks. maybe if you throw something like a grenade or something, they might be running off and they will be knowing how to hide and again come back. What about the character development? It's gonna be obviously the same stuff, but we might be having kind of like more physics. The writer of the Naughty Dog did adapt the creating multi-dimensional characters whose growth and struggles feel more engaging. Let's not forget any cuts on the face or maybe any damage. It will be highlighted until you go, like days pass by and maybe that gets healed and you might be recovered. A lot of things to be keeping a point on it because they are trying to bring up the 100% realistic stuff. The building an interactive environmental of part 2, the part 3 might offer even more opportunities for playing, for use of the environmental of their advantages, whether the combat narration or puzzle solving. The player's choices have always been crucial in The Last of Us, affecting the storyline and characters' relationship. The part of where the future offering a benchmark narratives and multiplayer endings based on the player's decision. That's right, a lot of choices, brother, a lot of choices. And we will be having something like a realistic survival element for sure, because we did have something similar, but now there's gonna be even more crazier. The resource management are likely gonna be enhanced. This could be leading a complex system in crafting and creating weapons, health items, and survival tools. Like you might be catching a cold, let's have a blanket or have a warm clothes. So a lot of things can be added over there. You can't even be dread in water for a very long time, or we might be having to wear a raincoat to be even more faster and stealthier. A lot of things we can actually expect in Last of Us Part 3, because 2 was a huge success and a lot of mechanics were there, but this will be improved even more, or else it might be looking like we are playing part 2, bro, if they don't add these things. So they know that very well and they are actually ready to bring these things, and we are excited. The future for Last of Us franchise looks promising. The potential for gamers and games as spin-off, possibly adapting them more into other media such as films and television. Now the further expanding their universe. That's right, Last of Us Part 3 remains still unconfirmed, and consider the excitement and speculation surrounding the potential development with the creative vision of Naughty Dogs and anticipation of the future of the beloved franchise looking promises. Still, we await for the official announcement. We will be covering up anything which is possibility with the Last of Us Part 3 continuation to fuel up the gamers worldwide. So we will be covering up everything related to The Last of Us Part 3. Any major small leak or any information, I'll be letting you guys know. So make sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button. We will be covering up everything related to Naughty Dogs from here. And we already covered a lot of things about Days Gone 2. We almost covered everything about Days Gone 2, bro. So make sure to watch that video. Let's not forget that this channel is all about GTA 6, but now I'm gonna be bringing up Naughty Dogs, and it's a beautiful game. You guys have to check out Naughty Dogs. Make sure to comment below and let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think about Last of Us Part 3 happening and when it will be happening? The story, what are you guys expecting from Last of Us? Let me know in the comments below. Until then, see you all in the next video, guys. This is Desmond, and goodbye.